You're looking at Michael Sluka, who is in fact the co-founder of the Reed Academy. We're just actually looking at some video from the Reed Academy. What is it? Why it's so important?
Well, that's a video of a young individual that shows the way we teach things at Reed Academy, even as basic as teaching a child to say "mommy" for the first time.
What is the Reed Academy?
The Reed Academy is a school for children with autism, currently located in Garfield, New Jersey, and we teach children to learn life skills so that they can become, productive members of society.
How'd you get into this? There's a family connection, isn't there?
There's a very close family connection.
Right.
My wife and I have 3 children, and our youngest boy has autism.
Connor?
Connor.
Right.
And my wife knew as early as like 15 months.
She did.
She knew exactly, even before the pediatricians knew. We are looking at Connor hugging the most important person in his life, his mom.
Right. She knew.
She knew. Mother's instinct, Steve.
What was it?
Just a lack of ability to interact with the rest of the family, sort of staring out into space, not pointing at things, just not interacting. And, she's trained in special ed, and she knew. So once he got diagnosed, we started the journey of trying to get services for him. And we found out it was really, really difficult.
Is that where the Reed Academy comes from?
That's exactly where it is. My wife and I got together with a couple other families, and I have to say it was mostly the women. They all got together and they said, women are leaders.
They really get things done.
They said,
we talk about it, they get it done.
Exactly. They said, we're going to start a school for children with autism. And they went home and they told their husbands, one of which was me. And I was like, we're going to do what? And but we're open 7 years yesterday, open as a school.
Congratulations. Tell us exactly what happens at the Reed Academy.
At the Reed Academy, we take children in at a young age, hopefully, and we give them intensive behavior therapy and try to mold their brains to be able to learn things like other children learn them. But it's a very intensive one-on-one program.
It is one-on-one. It is one-on-one.
Yes.
The ratio is 1 child to 1 adult.
1 child to 1 teacher.
1 teacher. That's amazing.
Exactly.
And what kind of development have you seen? What kind of success?
We've had 5 graduates already.
5 young people who graduate to what?
Graduated back to a regular first grade class.
How big is that?
There's nothing more satisfying, Steve. Nothing more satisfying.
And by the way, the development you've seen in Connor, how's he doing?
Connor's very impaired, but the development we've seen in him is amazing. I mean, we're able to take him on vacation. We're able to take him out to dinner, things we never would have dreamed of doing before. So, we've seen a lot of development in him. He does things with his brother and his sister, which we, always hoped for. You saw him hugging his mother. Yeah. Things like that you just can't, you just can't imagine.
By the way, we're looking at a shot right there. Is that our friend Anthony Fasano?
That's our good friend Anthony Fasano in the middle. That's at this last year's annual Anthony Fasano Foundation golf outing. Yeah,
let's clarify this. The way I know of you and your work is that I was actually playing in a charity outing with Anthony Fasano. Some of you may know Anthony or not. Anthony is a superstar NFL athlete. He's a tight end for the Miami Dolphins. Before that, he played with some other pro teams. Actually, was with Dallas before that, but a Jersey guy. And we were playing, and he happened to know what I did for a living, and he said, hey, I've got these people at the Reed Academy, can you do something? And that's how it happened. He raises money for you guys, and he's a good person, isn't he?
He's a wonderful person, and he's been down to the school. He's thrown the football to some of our kids that play catch with him. What does it mean to
the kids?
To the kids, they look up to him, and the parents look up to him, the teachers look up to him. We all look up to him for his work, because raising money is so important. I mean, this is not a publicly funded school that we're building.
All private.
All private
and
donations.
You have a new school. Talk about the new school initiative.
We are building a beautiful, state-of-the-art, larger facility.
Is that the rendering?
You see a rendering of it there. And with that school, we'll not only be able to teach the kids we have in our regular day program and expand it, but Steve, we'll be able to take teenagers that need vocational training skills so they can have a job and be able to teach them at that location.
How important is that?
It's so important because we have literally a community of kids that are in school, and when they become older teenagers, what's going to happen with them? We don't
What
want to
does
send them
happen
back.
with them? If you weren't doing this,
We weren't doing this, they'd go back 21, they'd go back to their parents and sit at home inside a house and not have a job, not have activities.
Mm-hmm.
So this will give them a chance to become productive members of society, and that's so needed.
you're an attorney by background,
I am.
and this has taken up a big part of your life.
It has.
How much satisfaction do you get out of this?
It's by far, other than having kids myself, it's the best thing I've ever done. It's really amazing.
What's it meant to your son? What does it mean to your other children in connection with Connor?
Well, I think with the other kids, and this is really at the golf outing that you just showed a picture of, my 14-year-old daughter, Olivia, gave the speech.
Your daughter's name is Olivia.
Olivia.
We just named our daughter Olivia, brand new daughter. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Is that right?
Yeah,
It's a great name.
I was thinking of a great name, and now you're going to tell me she
beautiful
did
name.
something great, which makes me convinced. So go ahead, what did she do?
She got up in front of 250 adults and about 15 NFL athletes and gave a speech about what it's like to have a child, to have a brother with autism.
How good a sister is she?
She's fantastic.
How
She's
good a
great
brother
with
is
him.
Connor?
Connor is he's just a good guy. He loves to be hugged. He's a lovable kid.
Yeah.
He was a little confused this morning because I was not at the house early, so he thought he had a day off.
Well, it was for him and it's for everyone else, and you guys are doing great work, and Anthony Fasano is real good to bring us together. And your wife is the best, too.
She's great.
Congratulations.